What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Brick Built Mindset podcast. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and subscribing. And I do apologize. There's a storm going on right now. So if you hear thunder in the background, it is because there's a storm down here in West Palm Beach. But today's message, I want to talk about forgiveness. I was tuning into a sermon this week from my pastor, and he talked a lot about forgiveness. And like most things, if you are a listener to this podcast, a lot of these messages and these topics that I talk about are heavily influenced by a number of things, whether it be a conversation, a quote, a podcast, you name it. I'm pretty much influenced by so much, and I try to take something from every encounter that I have, whether that be positive, negative, whatever the case is, and I try to bring it and confine it into a message to share. And as the message went on, I started to reflect on forgiveness and my relationships that I've had, and forgiveness with close loved ones that I know have shared. And I've had the pleasure of hearing about some traumas and some tragedies that they've had, and people that they've wanted to forgive, or things that they want to forgive. And it got me thinking. So today's message is a direct shout out to anybody who is in that place where they need forgiveness, and myself as well. And my pastor went on to say a couple different things during this message. And one that really stuck out to me was, he said, forgiveness does not change the person who hurt you. Forgiveness changes you. And that really, really hit home with me. And it's so simple, but it's so true. A lot of the times when we are hurt by somebody who's close to us, we tend to think that they are also going in pain, or they are also suffering. But in reality, they usually aren't. When we can't seem to forgive, we end up being the ones that are stuck. We end up being the ones that are held back, and we are the ones that are in need of a change. And our change comes from forgiveness. We cannot make the change or overcome that boundary until we forgive. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is not so that you forget. Forgiveness is for us. We have to start the process of setting ourselves free. And this is not a one-time fix, and this is not an end-all, be-all. This is a monthly, weekly, and even a daily step that some of us may have to take. It's going to take some time during your forgiveness. And remember, it's not forgive to forget. It's forgive to make a change. You're always going to remember, and when you do, it'll stir up some of those same feelings that we've had. But the goal is to continue to meet those feelings with the change and with the strength that we've made. So today, my reminder and my message to those who need it, and myself, forgiveness is not to change those who hurt you or to change the outcome. Forgiveness is to change you and to change your life.